beautiful people. I'm Arthie Moore, your on-air talent for today. I'm coming to you live from South Africa, but I need to give a shout out to two incredible people. Firstly, Donna Kund for being the most incredible producer behind the scenes who is always helping, guiding, and supporting us. Thank you for being such an epic servant leader. Now, with that in mind, I need to say a big shout out to Moore-Robberts, the most incredible human being I've ever come across as well. Somebody who is always showing the way, who is always growing and developing and guiding and supporting other people as well. Now, it's a privilege to be surrounded with people all the time, but to acknowledge them is even more beautiful and more powerful. And the reason I say this is because we never ever grow in this lifetime by ourselves. We're always supported and guided by people behind the scenes. And sometimes we forget to acknowledge the brilliance and the beauty of who they are. So when I say this, I am saying that IBGR.network, our incredible radio station, I know that's our call sign as a radio station, but we're more than that. We are a network. And we're saying that within a network, you're always surrounded with the most incredible people whose intention is to help you succeed. As I'm your host, Arthie Moore, Compassion Leader of Influence, you are listening to episode 11, and I'm talking about the servant entrepreneur, part of my theme of the visionary entrepreneur for this season. Now, I want to welcome you to come grow with us on IBGR as the International Business Growth Radio Network. It's heard in over 150 countries, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And all of our show hosts are business owners providing practical tools to help you start, grow, and exit a business. We provide an integrated approach to support your business with three specific areas of impact. The first one is to listen. Listen to our live shows, to our podcasts that are readily available on the website. And you can also download our show notes from 24 hours a day, 168 hours a week, and over 5,100 hours a month of broadcasting. We encourage you to engage by joining our community of commerce, to engage with show hosts and other entrepreneurs from around the world. Bridge the gap between knowing and doing. And the key to that is apply. Apply by downloading our mobile app and have solutions to your business issues on demand. We are your business application of choice. In fact, more than that, go and take a look at the IBGR mobile app. Download it from the iOS and Play stores now, and you will have access to us on your cell phone. Now, how exciting is that? Now, you're listening to me once again. I'm Arthie Moore, coming to you live from South Africa with our radio station based in Virginia, USA. And I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you. If you're a first-time listener, welcome. If you are a returning listener, welcome again. Now, today I'm talking about the servant entrepreneur, and I'm talking about how we can be of service to people. And so when I was looking for information that I could help to give to you as a resource. I only found two things on the internet that spoke about the servant entrepreneur. It was only two articles. But I thought, okay, let's talk into this because I was intrigued by what they actually spoke about. What I've done on my show notes is I've downloaded the link and I've put it in there for you. But I'm going to talk about the 7 areas that an incredible guy by the name of Raphael Gordon speaks about. Now, he was homeless in the streets of New York for a long time. And he learned a lot of incredible things that could help guide and support him on his journey. And he realized what needed to be done to help to change the situation where he was at and where he was heading in life. And so he wrote about the 7 pillars of a servant entrepreneur. And I was intrigued. So I'll talk a little bit into it. The 7, if you are writing things down, I'll give it to you. Number 1, he says, measure the quality of service or product by how many lives you've enhanced. Now, I cannot tell you how brilliant that is. Number 2, have a clear understanding of mission and a sense of purpose. Ooh, that's powerful. Number 3, nurture fruitful growth. Number 4, embrace the honor and responsibility to lead the next generation of entrepreneurs. Number 5, authenticity and honesty. Number 6, treat humanity as family. Number 7, focus on the well being of the people you serve. Now, how profound and powerful is that? How incredible is that? You know, when I was reading into this, I just was, whoa, there's so much that resonates with me. And I knew that this would resonate with you too. And so if you go and look at our show notes, you can actually download these show notes from www.ibgr.network. Now, I'm encouraging you to do that because the link to this article is on LinkedIn. And when I read into this, I was so blown away by the simplicity and yet how powerful it is if implemented correctly. Now, I've been working with a group of companies, and it's been interesting in the way that people have responded, in the way that people interact, in the way people lead their organizations. I was intrigued by some of the demands that I had. But what was so powerful for me during the journey of relationship building, and anybody who knows me realizes and understands that for me, my clients are like family. And I want to know how I can best support them in every way possible. How can I add value to them? And that is the key for me. I am always intentional about that. And so I absolutely loved when I came across one of the most incredible CEOs that I've ever met. His name is Skulk Besson, and he's from a company called Syntrex that is based in Cape Town. Now, the reason I highlight him specifically, and I've never done this before in a show, but the reason I thought about this was I was looking for who do I know who embodies the qualities of a servant leader, a servant entrepreneur. Now, I understand that he is leading a business organization, but in my interactions with him from the first time that I spoke to him, there is a gentleness to this man. There is a thoughtfulness in the way that he wants to guide and support his team. And I'm not saying that he rolls over for anything. I'm saying that there's a vulnerability, there's a power, there's a brilliance, there's a focus, there's an intention in the way he leads. He doesn't manage people, he's inclusive. Now, in all of my previous shows, I'm always talking about inclusive leadership. Now, there are people who only talk about it. Very few people embody it. And for me, watching, going on this journey alongside him, and that's it. He partnered with me on this journey to impact his team. And when I looked at all of the concerns that he was solution focused. He was positive. He was thoughtful. He engaged in conversation, and more than that, he listened carefully. Now, for me, those are powerful attributes and characteristics of somebody who is a servant entrepreneur or a servant leader. Now, when we looked at those 7 steps by Raphael Gordon, where he says, measure the quality of service or product by how many lives you've enhanced. He says the strongest brand has quality in the giving hand. Now, there's the thing. There's something to be said about that. You see, your brand will speak volumes about how you behave, the way you add value to the people around you. And so when you look at number 2, have a clear understanding of mission and a sense of purpose. This attracts more helping hands to expand your land. I love that. I think that, when you've got clarity of and a sense of purpose of who you are, people will not feel like they're being led like sheep. They will follow you willingly because you're influencing them in a way that says, together we will succeed. And number 3, when we talk about nurture fruitful growth, this allows you to be a constant resource and asset in your business and personal life. That's talking into how can we add value to people? How can we be of service to people in a way that helps them? We nurture them and help them to see the brilliance and the talent within and their gifts so that they understand the depth and the power that they bring. And isn't that going to be your most constant resource and asset? How powerful is that? And then number four, embrace the honor and responsibility to lead the next generation of entrepreneurs. And Raphael says this is confirmation of your wealth of influence. Now, we're not talking about wealth as in terms of monetary wealth. We're talking about wealth of influence. That's huge. Then number five, authenticity and honesty. This validates your integrity. Now, if you are a servant leader, you don't need to be validated because your integrity will speak into the way you do your work, and the way you show up in life, and the way you show up for others. Number six, treat humanity as family. This enhances your level of communication and compassion for all of those around you. I always talk about compassion being the key, but treating people as human means that you see them for the reality of who they are. That is massive and it's a no brainer. And number seven, focus on the well being of the people you serve. This pushes you to provide the best service and products. I cannot tell you how powerful this is as a part of your life and daily lifestyle in business. No matter where you're at, you realize that you have got the ability to be of service to people in a powerful way. With that in mind, I do believe it is time for us to take a quick 2 to 3 minute short break. But when we return, we're going to talk into what do we adjust? How do we adjust to becoming a powerful servant entrepreneur? But in the meantime, join us on our social media networks on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and on our mobile app. More than that, join us on www.ibgr.network. And I look forward to connecting again with you in a few minutes.